Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Nepal for a day-long visit. Prime Minister Modi had landed in Lumbini in Nepal, the birthplace of Lord Buddha, to mark the occasion of Buddha Purnima. Prime Minister Modi held bilateral meetings with his Nepalese counterpart Sher, Bahadur, Deuba in Lumbini. The two leaders discussed expanding cooperation in multiple areas, including hydropower, development and connectivity. Prime Minister Modi signed 6 memorandum of understanding with his Nepalese counterpart. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also addressed a Buddha Jayanti event in Lumbini, paying tribute to Gautam Buddha. Prime Minister Modi said Buddha is the embodiment of collective understanding of humanity. He added that the devotion to Lord Buddha binds the two countries together and marks India and Nepal members of one family. Earlier, Prime Minister Narendra Modi offered prayers at the Maya Devi temple. The two leaders offered special prayers. Prime Minister said that the opportunity to visit the Maya Devi temple is unforgettable for him. Prime Minister Modi, along with the Nepalese Prime Minister, also laid the foundation stone of a center of Buddhist culture and heritage. This center will deepen the cultural and people-to-people linkages between India and Nepal.
And the building of an Indian center within the Lumbini complex will further strengthen the bonds through a shared Buddhist heritage and legacy.
The Prime Minister also watered the Bodhi tree sapling from Bodh Gaya that Prime Minister Modi had gifted to Lumbini back in 2014. Prime Minister Modi earlier was also warmly greeted by the Indian diaspora in Nepal. The Prime Minister signed a sketch depicting him as Lord Buddha. This visit by the Prime Minister holds a special significance as it marks growing ties between two South Asian neighbors and comes after Prime Minister Deuba's own visit to India last month. It was Prime Minister Deuba's first official visit overseas after taking charge as Prime Minister back in July 2021. His visit gave a fresh boost to ties that had turned chilly in recent years. India's Foreign Secretary said in a statement that Prime Minister Modi's visit will contribute to further strengthening the age-old social-cultural bonds between the two nations and reaffirm India's neighborhood-first approach. And for more on this all-important trip, our correspondent Saloni Murarka has sent us this report from Kathmandu.
A day-long visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Lumbini has come to an end. During the visit, Prime Minister Modi, along with his Nepalese counterpart Sher Deuba, participated at a special ceremony held in Maya Devi temple and also had bilateral talks, and 6 MOUs were exchanged between the two sides. The talks came after the Prime Minister Modi laid the foundation stone for the construction of a center for Buddhist Culture and Heritage. Both the Prime Ministers also delivered speech at a program organized on the occasion of Buddha Jayanti. Prime Minister Modi's speech was followed by hooting and cheering, and he said that Nepal-India relationships are unshakable, just like Himalayas. Saloni Murarka for WION World is One in Lumbini, Nepal.
Let's talk more about this visit by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Nepal, and joining us now is journalist Surendra Puyal, live from Kathmandu. Surendra, welcome to WION.
Thank you.
Prime Minister Modi acknowledged the people-to-people contacts during his visit to Nepal. Why is it important for India to strengthen its ties, relationship and even cooperation with neighboring Nepal?
It is very important because in India, a lot of people, a lot of strategists think that Nepal is the strategic northern Himalayan neighbor of India. And with Nepal, India shares a nearly 1,800 kilometer long open and porous border. So there's a lot of exchange between people. There's economic exchange, cultural exchange, and as his visit today signified, a lot of historical linkages too, like the shared Buddhist heritage is spread across Lumbini, Nepal, where Buddha was born, Kushinagar, where he died, and that's where he took his flight from this morning to highlight the importance.
Narendra, we have been reporting that the visit is aimed at promoting the age-old connection of history, culture, and also tradition. Maybe you can expound further on the religious significance of this trip.
Yes, Modi was seen as a Hindu leader, liked by many Hindus in Nepal, and also criticized because of the 2015 blockade of Nepal-India border. Today, Modi did come. He came. Modi charmed many in Lumbini, and Modi left. But he didn't quite win the hearts and minds of everybody in Nepal because he didn't land at Gautam Buddha International Airport, and he came by a helicopter from Kushinagar. The airport was coincidentally inaugurated today morning, and had he landed, it would have sent a very strong message of support and solidarity, but for some reason he did not land at the airport. One reason being cited is that the airport was constructed by a Chinese contractor. That's the only problem with the airport. Otherwise, it's an airport with the financial support of Asian Development Bank, which did not happen. And also, no agreement was signed today to open new two-way air routes from India to Nepal, which would have facilitated a direct and easy landing of flights coming into Lumbini International Airport, flights coming into and going out of Pokhara International Airport, which is opening soon. Nepal has been demanding that these new routes be open, but India has not, for some reason, agreed to that as yet. However, other agreements were signed. But again, because this visit came 2 years after the Lipu Lake, the infamous Lipu Lake row, if you remember, erupted 2 years ago in May 2020, exactly 2 years after the relations soared, relations became really cold. This visit has come first in his second term, and it is quite significant. Some things are good, some are still not complete.
All right, we have to end it there. Thank you very much. I've been talking to journalist Narendra Puyal, live from Kathmandu. Thank you for talking to WION today.
Thank you.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.